checking in. Excellent. Good job, LinkedIn. Doing my different microphone thing here. I'm not sure. Sometimes I listen to the audio and I check the audio on my videos and I'm like, it could have been a little louder. Maybe it's not loud enough. I don't know. So I'm trying this one out again. I go back and forth between this one and the lapels, just really testing and proving out. Maybe I need to upgrade my lapels. I mean, it's a good quality product. I've used it on sets of other projects before, but apparently, you know what? It is what it is sometimes with equipment. I mean, it works or it doesn't work, and you need to have sometimes more than one option. Hey, is what it is. Welcome back, guys. Justin R. Harris here. Welcome to Business Scenarios Solutions Solved every single day using my other audio setup with the Sennheiser system, right? Great microphone, great product. I like it. I've used it on other stuff as well as my lapels. But hey, you know what? It's all about delivery and making sure I get you guys the content, the right content, clear, concise, and then obviously the topic, right? So the topic here with this one, I mean, commitment to action. What does that even mean? Like, that kind of phrase probably makes you think, well, what's he mean committing to an action, right? And I'm going to dig right in on that one and kind of explain in detail. But it's the kind of thing that makes things happen, right? And obviously you can get that from when I'm talking about committing to an action, right? I'm looking as I'm talking and I'm like checking the mic levels. I'm like, all right, you know what? And then I'm looking at my frame. That's all kind of crazy stuff. When you go live, listen, you don't have time to make mistakes. You make mistakes, you learn as you go. It is what it is. It's the same way with business. When you're in business, don't spend your entire time planning. You never get started. You just got to start, make mistakes along the way, and become a pro at it. Because guess what? Those mistakes are only going to happen so many times, right? And hopefully those mistakes don't cost you too much time and money in the progress, right? So do me a favor, like, subscribe, and follow, and move right on back into it so we can get right on topic. You guys know the playlist here. This is episode number 141 for Business Scenarios. We got another 200 and change to go, 220 to go before we actually hit our total number 1 year of just the daily drucker, just daily business advice, right? So you won't have to, honestly, you know what? Don't even contact your advice person. No, I'm just playing, right? No, I'm just kidding. Let's get right into it. Okay, so you've heard the saying before. You've heard it. We've all heard this saying before. And it goes something like this. A dream is just a dream and only becomes a goal when you put a deadline on it, right? So if you have a dream and there's something that you're aspiring to accomplish, it's going to remain that way until you actually put a date and say, I'm going to do it by this point in time. Once you put that date on there, it doesn't mean it's automatically going to happen now because there's a date. It's obligated destiny. No, it's not what we're saying. What we're saying is once you put a date, now create an action to commit, like the title, create an action to get towards that date. That's the point here. Create the action to get to the date. The dream no longer becomes a dream. It is now a goal, right? You have to reach this point in time and accomplish the following steps to get there. And those steps can be micro steps. It doesn't matter as long as it's a step forward towards that actual goal that you set in mind, because guess what? It's no longer a dream. He says it right here when he's talking about it. He says a decision. He uses the phrase quite differently, but it's the same context. He says a decision is only a hope until carrying it out has become somebody's work assignment and responsibility with a deadline. Can't beat that. That's exactly right. And I want to read this because I like it. He goes, a decision is a commitment to action until the right thing happens. There has been no decision. Until the right thing happens, there has been no decision. And one thing can be taken for granted. The people who have to take the action are rarely the people who have made the decision. No decision has, in fact, been made until carrying it out has become somebody's work assignment and responsibility. And with a deadline. Until then, you're hoping and praying. Let's not hope and pray in this process. When there's things that need to be done, set a deadline, Tell them when to get back to you. Go forward. Prosper, right? So that's really what it is, because we all like what we do, but if we don't feel like we're being held accountable, then we take our time with it. Well, guess what? Then it's not a goal. It's kind of a hope. Hey, I hope they're going to get back to me. Hey, that's the worst thing. So you can give someone is hope. If you give someone hope, you just poison their brain. Stop it. See you next time.